Hello, my dear students. So, we are able to see the objects around us as well as the things happening around us. We are able to see the color of a flower as well as color of the sky, isn't it? Which organ of our body help us to view all these things? Yes, very good. Eye help us to view the objects around us as well as things happening around us. If I alone can make this possible, can we see things without light? No. Light is also an essential criteria for viewing objects and for seeing the things happening around us. So, in the daytime, we have sun as the source of light. In daytime, we see things by using sunlight. And what about in night? In night, we use either electrical bulbs or candles or other man-made equipments for seeing the things and identifying the objects around us. So, today we are getting into our new chapter. That is second chapter, Wonders of Visible Light. And in this chapter, we are going to study some of the phenomena related to light and some of the different types of mirrors and their uses in our daily life and some of the other concepts related with light. Dear students, now you can see two pictures, isn't it? In this picture, in first picture, two children are directing the sunlight using a mirror towards the wall of the house. And what happens? Yes, their action becomes success, or they are able to direct the sunlight towards the wall. And what can be seen in the second picture? In second picture, two children are trying to direct or focus the light from the torch towards the wall using a roof tile. And what happens here? The roof tile does not reflect the light, or they are unable to direct the light rays from the light torch. They are unable to focus the light rays from the torch towards the wall. What may be the reason? Is both the surface of mirror and roof tile are alike? No. Mirror has smooth surface, isn't it? Very soft and smooth surface. Whereas roof tile, how is the surface of roof tile? Yes, it is very rough and rigid surface. So, from this, what we can conclude? Yes, the objects having smooth surface reflects light very well. Whereas objects having rigid or rough surfaces do not reflect light well. Okay, then what do you mean by this reflection? How can we define this reflection? So we have already told, when light rays falls on a surface, what happens? Those rays bounces back or returns in another path. You can see in the picture. So we can define reflection as the return of light that falls on a surface. So, reflection of light is the return of light that falls on a surface. So, we have already told that there are two types of surfaces. One is rigid surface and other one is smooth surface. So, now let's analyze how reflection differs in smooth surface as well as in rigid surface. So, you can see in the picture, in first picture depicts a smooth surface, and when light rays falls on a smooth surface, what happens? Those rays reflects regularly. Reflected rays are in a definite order or pattern. We can say that the rays reflects regularly, and such reflections can be called as regular reflection. Mirror as well as steel plate, smooth floor, etc. have smooth surfaces, and these objects exhibit regular reflection. And second picture depicts a rigid surface, and in the rigid surface you can see the reflected rays are irregular. They are not in a definite order or pattern. That is, the reflected rays are irregular. So, when light falls on rough surfaces, the rays reflects irregularly, and such reflection are known as diffuse reflection. So, roof tile, cardboard, etc. have rigid surfaces and they exhibit diffuse. Consider a situation: you are reading at the night and suddenly the power becomes off. That means current goes. And can you able to read? No, either you should lit a candle or you should use any source of light. So without light we are unable to see the things or view the objects. So now let's analyze how we are able to see the things in the presence of light. So we told before, light is an essential criteria for viewing the object. So there should be a source of light. And you can see in the picture here, bulb is the source of the light. And those light rays from the bulb falls on the book. And those we know when light rays falls on a surface, what happens? Definitely it gets reflected. If it is a rough surface, then it will be diffuse reflection. If it is a smooth surface, then it will be a regular reflection. Whatever may be, when the light rays falls on a surface, it gets reflected. Here, those rays reflects, and those reflected rays falls on our eyes. So we are able to see the objects. So how we are able to see the objects? Initially there should be a source of light, and the light rays from the source falls on the objects and it gets reflected, and those reflected rays falls on the eyes of the observer. Whoever may be the observer, those reflected rays falls on the eyes of the observer, and thus the observer able to see the object. Now you can see a picture, and it is happening in the daytime. In the daytime, a boy is crossing the road. And how the driver able to see that boy? In the daytime, which is the source of light? Yes, in daytime, sun is the source of light, and the light rays from the sun, falls on the object. Who is your object? The boy. And the light rays from the sun falls on the boy. And what happens? It gets reflected, and those reflected rays falls on the eye of the driver. So the driver able to see the boy. Consider a second case. You can see a picture. In this picture, it is happening in the night. So here, which is the source of light? Yes, torch is the source of light, and the light rays from the torch, falls on the dog, and what happens? That it gets reflected. and those reflected rays falls on the eyes of the observer. So the observer able to see the dog. I am asking a question to you. If an object is placed just behind us, consider an object is placed behind us, and can we see that object? No. Why? Because the light rays falling on that object get reflected, isn't it? But those reflected rays are not falling on our eyes, because our eyes are not on the back side of us. It is front side, isn't it? Those reflected rays are not falling on our eyes. So we are unable to see that object. When we are going to a function or outside, we usually comb our hair and make some makeups on face. So how we are able to see our face? Does the light rays reflected from our face falls on our eyes? No. Then how we are able to see our face? Yes, we use mirror. How is the surface of that mirror? What type of surface does it have? Yes, plain surface. So mirrors having plain surface are called as plane mirror. We use plane mirror for seeing our face. How we are able to see our face in a plane mirror? Let's see. Now you can see a picture. In this picture, a girl is viewing her face. So what is the source of light here? If it is daytime, then sun is the source of light. If it is night, either it may be torch or electrical bulb, whatever may be the source of the light. There should be a source of light. And the light rays fall on her face from the source of light, get reflected and falls on the mirror. And those rays again get reflected and falls on the eye of the girl. Initially, the light ray from the source falls on the face of the girl and it reflects. And those reflected rays falls on the mirror, and from there again it reflects and falls on the eye of the girl. So the girl able to see her face. Similarly, we are able to see our face when we stand in front of a mirror. Not only face, our body, because the light rays that fall on our face, body get reflected and falls on the mirror. And when these reflected rays falls on the mirror, it again gets reflected and falls on our eyes. So we are able to see us on mirror. So today we have studied two types of reflection, diffuse reflection and regular reflection, and we have studied how we are able to see an object, how we are able to see our face on mirror, the path of the light, and remaining portion can be discussed in the next class. That's all for today. Thank you.